apostasy war is exist from the time of Muhammad. For all the wars of Islam is the wars of apostasy. The Muslim, they say to you, we are born with fitra. What is fitra? Fitra is to be a Muslim. You are born as a Muslim.
Now, look, just to focus on this a little bit, you were talking about, wars and stuff like that. You've got what, Dar Salam and then Dar Harb, yeah, which is the land of, what's it, land of Islam, and then the land of war. Now, any place that's not run under Islamic, the Sharia law is the Dar Harb, yeah, so the land of war. What do you feel, if that's the case, if that's how they look at us, how do you feel about the rise of Islam in Western countries?
I believe the rise of Islam, if we can use that term, exists because of the Western ignorance. You see, the Western, they sponsor Islam for a long time, and until now they are doing that. If you go in any media TV stations, like just last week I saw a news about UK police promoting Islam in a video. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you do that? I mean, it's a madness. So yeah, we don't want to speak about the rise of Islam. We want to speak about the rise of the stupidity in the West. Islam. Oh, wow. I'm honest with you. I'm honest with you. There is no place for Islam in the West unless there is a stupid people in the West, and this is what we are suffering from. We have a lot of stupid, ignorant people who have no idea what they are doing. They are bringing the devil to their houses, and they are seeking destruction of their own countries. Otherwise, Islam have no place anywhere. Go to Saudi Arabia. Where is Islam? Even in Saudi Arabia, terrorists have no place. So how come they can find a place in England? I just saw in the news that 454 fighters of ISIS right now as we speak, they came back from Syria to England. How you allowed them to get in? 400.
We don't think twice.
Yeah, almost 500 fighters who they are trained for years how to make bombs. You will have fun. You will have a lot of fun in England soon. So 500 people you allowed them to get in. How this happened? Where is the intelligence? Where is the police? Where is the government? Where is, obviously the West is suffering from big problem. Islam is not the problem. The problem is the Western who have no idea what they are doing. You see, like imagine you bring me a cobra in a box, and you say to me, don't open the box, there's a cobra there. All right, and then I open the cobra box and I give her a name, and I think it's a bet. It's a cobra. The cobra is a cobra, and this is exactly what the Western are doing to themselves. So I don't want to play in the Muslims and the rise of Islam. I don't believe there's something that's called the rise of Islam. But what happened, you see, the atheism attacked Christianity for the last centuries in Europe. So Western, they became empty, and the believers are, not many. So Islam found, and like you grow in a family, and then you start searching around you and looking around you, and if somebody want to believe in a religion, what is the religion is available? The atheist, they fought Christianity and they will not even allow it to breathe. They find only one place where nobody stopped that religion. It's called Islam. So the atheists, they were only attacking Christianity. Like lately, some atheists, they start speaking against Islam lately. Few of them, but for all the time, for the last 40-50 years, nobody spoke one word against Islam. And this is why we are here, why I am doing what I am doing, because I found that somebody have to do the dirty job, to clean the garbage.
Indeed. Well, look, you're doing a great job doing so. Why do you think after the 9/11 attacks, then it was George Bush coming out and referring to Islam as the religion of peace and all of this? Why was this narrative put into the mainstream when it was obviously quite apparent that these guys are here to cause us harm?
As I said, the West is suffering from a stupidity, not from intelligence. Not only this. Each time the Muslim they attack you, like lately they stop doing that. But if you notice, in the last almost 10 years. Each time the Muslim they do an attack, one of our prime minister or president, doesn't matter what country in the West, like all the way from Australia to Canada to USA to England, right away you will see the prime minister, the minister, the foreign minister, voluntarily he says Islam means peace. I mean, like even Obama, each time they attack, he said, do you remember the crusade? The crusade is the best thing happened to the European, because if not the crusade, all of Europe will be Muslims long time ago. It was the crusade who stopped the Muslims. People don't want to see the truth that the crusade, they taught them in schools that the crusade are bad, they are criminals, they are disgusting. The crusade is the one who saved Europe, and this is the truth. You know, ask yourself, how come for the first 6 centuries after Jesus we never have a crusade? We never have a crusade.
Needed.
We have a crusade only after the Muslims attacked us. So the Muslim attacked us, and then when you attack back, you are the bad. I never heard of anyone speaking about the attack of the Muslims, but they speak against the crusade. And this is telling you that the mentality in the West was one-sided, run by the liberals who tried to put Christianity down. So what they have, what we can say about Christ, we cannot say much really. Christ did not do something bad. So now let us find something. It's the crusade. But the fact what the crusade was the best thing that the European they did in their history. Now for sure there's mistakes, and it's a war. There's always bad and good. But the crusade is what saved Europe to be Europe. And now because the Muslims, they don't face a crusade no more. They face a bunch of ignorant who have no idea what Islam is about. They've been taught nothing about it. And not only this, the media, the prime minister, the president, he keeps saying Islam is a wonderful religion. Muhammad was a peaceful man. Islam means peace. So, and even you see a church priest, is come back. He invite Muslim to teach children, Christian children, how to pray to Allah.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times. It's horrible.
Yeah,
We've got, English churches populated with old English white, you know, it doesn't matter their race, but still stereotypical English people. Yeah. And then you've got an Arab at the top singing the songs from the Quran. It's like, what are you doing here? Because not for a second would you know, an imam allow a Christian to come in and recite the Lord's Prayer in the mosque.
You see, this is why I was saying even those who call themselves Christians are siding with the devil. So the problem for me, I don't see it. It is Islam. It is the stupidity in the West, and we need to find ignorance. You know, the Bible says, "My nation been destroyed because of their ignorance." And when you are ignorant, anything can destroy you. You know, anything.
Damn right. Predictions for the future, my friend. What do you think Europe's going to look like? You know, even North America could say Australia as well, if you include the Western world. If it continues like this over the next 15, 20, 30 years, how do you think society is going to change?
I believe Europe is going to suffer a civil war in 30, 40 years, not only necessarily because of Muslims, but because you have, you know, soon you will have more immigrant than citizen, and then that will make you feel as a minority, and you will feel unjust, and then there's many people will bear arms and they will go for war, and it's a you know, the European countries are seeking destruction of their own land. Like just last week, I saw a study that in the city of Stuttgart in Germany, the German, they are the minority now. You know, the first time in their history, the German people in Stuttgart, they are. So imagine you live in a city, and this is your city of your grandfather and grandfather, and then suddenly you are a minority. And the second you turn to be a minority, that is the turning point where you are going to lose everything. Because, you know, don't you believe in democracy? Okay, democracy, the majority, they will win. As simple as that. You know, this is democracy.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, I see it in person. There's a very famous place in London called Camden Market. It's just North London. It's a cool, eclectic place that people come to and have fun. And the last time I was in there, I played this little game, and, you know, once again, pardon the expression, but it's just the lack of indigenous people around were crazy. I said, spot the white guy, and I was driving for about 3 or 4 minutes. In fact, that's a lie. I parked up, I was driving. And it's not even about the white people, it's the fact that it's the dress as well. You know, if it was just loads of different races dressed in suits, or maybe, you know, a pair of jeans and a shirt with a paper and whatever, I wouldn't even blink twice. It's the fact that they look more kind of at home on a Star Wars planet, really, than in, you know, in North London. And it's very odd to see, and it's crazy. And you're walking through your hometown, you know, the capital of your own country, and just thinking, what is happening here? Go to Wembley. It's the same thing. In Wembley, it's just like you're in the Middle East. It's nuts to witness.
Yeah, it's a backstand. This is a backstand. They have nothing to do with even Middle East. Even because Middle East, we don't have those people you have there. You know, and you see, I noticed. I've been in England. I noticed that the English government, they welcome. The more you are into terrorism, the more you are welcome. If you see any terrorist who is wanted in his country, he always go and seek refuge in England. and that will make what will make me always question the legitimacy of the British intelligence and the government. I mean, what is the point of hosting those terrorists? They knew they are terrorists. Like, as an example, Abu Qatada is wanted for a long time in Jordan, wanted in Lebanon.
Yeah.
What his name? Anjem Shawadri. All of them. Every one of them is wanted somewhere. So why you are bringing them to your country? That is a question. The British citizen, they should actually, if I am a citizen in England, I'm going to make a case against the government, you know, and I'm going to bring to justice those who allowed those people to have their citizenship. Not only they give them refugees as asylum, they give them salary, because the second you accept him as a refugee, you get him apartment, you get him. I remember when I was in England, I was studying. A Muslim guy, he said to me, I was looking for an apartment to rent. He said to me, "You can rent my apartment." I look at him, this guy, he don't look like he's wealthy. He said, "You have an apartment?" He said, "Well, I'm a refugee." So, "But don't you use it?" He said, none of us use his apartment. So what they do, they, like 4 or 5 of them, they sit in one apartment, and that apartment is given by the government too. And then they rent out the apartment which is given by the government.
Yeah,
they pay no tax.
Indeed.
They have a free housing, free electricity, free water, tax-free, and then they work. The one who work in restaurant, the one who work as a taxi driver, but nobody pay tax. In a few years, this guy, he will be rich and he will be poor, because simply you pay a lot of tax. He don't do pay. He not only he don't pay, he get paid. He have a free housing. He have a free insurance. He have a free education. He have everything is free. So the system in England is very stupid, and somebody, the English people, they have to make kind of a revolution against the government stupidity and change it and make everything change. I like some European leaders in Europe, like the president of Czechoslovakia, the president of Hungary, and like those people, they are really firm and they are sure. Not Poland, they will not accept people to come to their countries, and this is the smart way. I'm not against. You see, me myself, I'm an immigrant myself, right? Me myself, I'm an immigrant, but you don't be stupid. I mean, there's a limitation. There's a limitation.
Indeed.
And even if you all the countries in the world, if they welcome immigrant, they welcome the quality, doctors, engineers, educated people.
Precisely, yeah.
But they are bringing people. They come from in the boat. Nobody knows where they are coming from and what they are doing and how many crimes they did before they come. You have no idea. They throw their papers in the ocean and they come to you.
Yeah. No, it impacts on so many different people's lifestyles. I was once, well, it's actually a courier, so a person who does deliveries. Yeah, Englishman. I started talking to him. So, have you always done this? He's like, no, I used to be a painter decorator. I was like, what happened there? He goes, I used to charge 150 quid a day. Then loads of immigrants came over and they had no idea about any skills when it comes to that. They would charge £60 a day, totally undercut my labor costs, and eventually I would get no work whatsoever. The only work I would ever get is to be called in to sort out the bad work that the cheaper labor has done. So what's happened in England is that we've had loads of immigrants come over from Eastern Europe, so that the Poles, the Hungarians, the Romanians, they've seen what's happened with Islamic migration into this country as well, and that's why they're going home and saying, no, we do not want this in our country. We will see what's happened in England, and it's no good, so we are not entertaining this in our homelands whatsoever.
Good for them. You see, actually, this is why I'm saying there's a change is happening, and I hope the change will happen very soon, and people, they will awake, and people like you, they will be more knowledgeable about what this cult is about. And the problem with this religion is not about like they want to convert you. This is the first step, but then later they will force you to do things. They will force you what to eat, what to drink, what to say, what to wear. They will force you. Everything is about enforcing others into doing things. So the most priceless thing you have is your freedom. You see, I came to America not because I'm seeking better life. Actually, my life in the Middle East, when it's come to, let us say, money or anything, it's a lot better than what I have here. But here I can say what I'm saying to you right now. This is what make me come here. I love America, for I can speak, I can say my mind, I can write my books, I can be what I want to be. If you live in Islamic countries, even the food you will eat, Even when you eat, like as an example, there's a punishment, there's a penalty of jail if you eat in the month of Ramadan in the street.
Yeah.
And if you live under like a very strict Islamic Sharia law court rules, not only they will put you in jail, they will beat the hell of you. You know, you can see there's a video of a guy. They broke his legs because he's wearing a jeans. That's it. This is the crime. You know, they break his legs in public. They gather the people in the middle of the square of the town, and they start beating his legs with big 4x4 wood until they broke his legs because he was wearing jeans. This is what you will witness. This is a dangerous cult. This is not just a cult. There's many cults in the world. You know, there is a Jehovah's Witnesses, there's etc. But they will not do what the Muslims do. Islam is a very dangerous, disgusting, satanic cult, and this is why all of us, we have to fight it, even if you are an atheist, because Islam is a threat for everybody. Islam is not against the Christian. Actually, the Christians, compared to the atheists, they will have a lot better treatment from the atheist. Christian, they can pay and live. Atheists should be killed according to Islamic law.
Indeed. Now, what you've seen going on in Europe, do you reckon there's any chance of that taking hold in North America, or specifically the United States?
I don't believe Muslims will take hold of anything. You know, I believe Muslims is very much divided, and Islam is you know, regardless what people they say, Islam is growing. I believe Islam is dead. But still, few can do a lot of harm to the country. You know, you do not need 1 million terrorists to terrify England. We need only 1 or 2 a day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We do not need really, you know, terrorism is not based in army. It's never been based on army. It's been based that I can terrify you. This is what the whole idea. So they do not need to have an army of fighters. If every day they launch an attack and you have 365 days a year, you know, that will make your life become miserable. For you do not know if your child will come back or not. People walk in the street, somebody will stab them with a knife. And especially in Europe, people are not allowed to carry guns, not like in USA. In USA, if somebody tried to do something to me, I have my gun with me. I'm legally, I have the right to carry my gun. You know, I have a license. I can take it with me in my car, in the street, in the mall. I can take it wherever I want. So if something happened, everybody is armed. Even women in USA is armed. So terrorism, this is why you see the Muslims in USA, when they attack places which is people are not allowed to carry guns. As an example, the attack in Florida happened in a gay club, and those are gays anyway. They don't carry guns, you know, they carry their ass. So this is how it is. So they carry places, they carry the attack on a places where people they are not too much into guns, or they are not allowed to have guns. But if you know, if when they knew that everybody have guns, like now in the street where I live, who dare to shoot? I mean, who in the world dare? Nobody dare, because if you shoot, everybody will shoot at you from every direction. You know, I mean,
you hear this as well in America, that people are more reluctant to beat their horn, because we do it over in Europe, it's fine, but in America, you hoot the wrong person, he might have a gun. So you've got to be a little bit more careful before you start throwing your fingers up at someone.
Absolutely. The second you withdraw your gun, you are dead. You are dead. You know, it's mean you are committing suicide, because somebody is going to shoot you, and obviously you don't withdraw your gun to say hello. You know, nobody would draw the gun just to scare people. It's just to do it. So the second you use your weapon, you're gone. You know. And when a criminal, he knew, like, you know, this is why I don't like cities which they allowed only, like they say, the guns are not allowed. By doing that, you allowed only criminals to have guns, and nobody can stop them. By the time the police will come, the guy will be like killing 50 people. You know.
So true. And in America, you can't do that. You know, the only people who are going to be given their guns to, let's say there's an amnesty, it's only going to be the good people. All the bad people are going to keep the guns, and it's going to. They're way too far down the line. But Mr. Prince, I'm going to say to you, I'm going to stick a fork in this. I've got to crack on. But is there something you'd like to get off your chest? I know you broadcast regularly and you speak very frequently, but is there one last thing you would like to express before I bid you good day? You
know, I encourage people to read and to educate themselves. And don't ever listen to a Muslim teaching about Islam, because Muslims, they lie when they speak about the religion. I never saw a Muslim they believe in taqiyya, chapter 3 verse 28, and they practice it daily base. Don't learn about Islam from Muslims. Don't learn about Islam from liberals. Learn about Islam by seeking real source. When I speak about Islam, if you read my books, you can find them on Amazon. You will see that I never spoke of my own opinion. I have the Islamic reference right away in the front of you. Everything the Muslim believe in. Muslims who speak English usually don't tell the truth, and a few of them, they speak the truth. Like as an example, Anjem Shawadri, he speak the real Islam, but people, they say he's not he's not really following the true Islam. ISIS, they speak the real Islam, but they say to you ISIS is not Islam. But the fact it is the opposite. Those are the true Muslims. Anything else is fake. And I challenge anyone to show me one thing ISIS did is not what Muhammad did. One thing, just one. You cannot find it. Muhammad, he ordered to burn people. Muhammad, he split a woman 2 pieces when she was alive. Muhammad, he ordered to kidnap. Muhammad, he ordered to assassinate. Muhammad, he killed women. Muhammad, he did everything. And actually ISIS, I believe strongly, are a lot nicer than Muhammad. So don't listen to just people say to you what they say. Check it out yourself, investigate, and don't be a fool. That's all.
Awesome. Okay then, so well, look, thank you so much for your time today. I've really enjoyed it, and I've learned a lot. I well and truly have. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend, and God bless. And feel free to contact me again if you like to have another talk time, and I will be happy to do it.
That's great. I think there's a lot more knowledge for you to share, so I'll probably take you up on that offer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. God bless. Take care.
Top man. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.